Now let's come down here and just turn off our wheel layer for a second so it just cleans up our workspace, and we'll take our new logo and drag it somewhere up here into the upper area of our A4 page. Now we basically want to scale it down because naturally it's too large for this document, and also we'll need to reduce it for the flyer. So by now you do know that if we hit the E key we can access free transform. We can also use the control palette up here to change the width and the height, making sure that we would actually constrain the two proportions together. So when you adjust one, you are essentially scaling there, but numerically. And of course, you can come across to the transform panel here on the left-hand side and do very much the same thing. But as we've seen already, there are tools to handle most of these functions. So we're going to access the scale tool here. So let's go ahead and turn back on our smart guides by pressing Command U, and I'm just going to go back to my main selection tool and zoom up on the upper right hand side here. And in fact we don't need our layers panel for a second. So what we can do is just move this so it snaps onto our guide on the right hand side, and then we're going to hit the S key to access our scale tool. Now you can see it's over here in the tools palette. I do want you to know where that exists, but it's good to know the keyboard shortcuts as well. Now, as with all the other tools, it generates a default anchor point in the center, and if we were to hold down our shift key and maybe drag from the upper left down towards the lower right, you'll see we do have a scale function, very similar to free transform, okay? Just going to undo that. As always, we can also move the anchor point. So let's say we position it over here on the right hand side and hold down our Option key or the Alt key on the PC. We can then click to bring up our dialog box and specify the value we wish. So maybe we want to drop down to 40%. Go ahead and click OK, and it will do just that. I'll just back out of that once again just to show you that the option is there. You can go over to the tool and double click it to reset the anchor point to the center of the logo. You can see it right there, and once again bring up the dialog box and choose the setting that you need. So I'm just going to cancel out of that because I've got another option here that I want to show you.